go for
Yeah,
some.
I'll write it down from here on out too. My official note-taking notepad.
Official, huh?
It's a sticky note that says Ace Hardware. Because I love my job.
All right, gentlemen, back at it again with another week of some fantasy football, a heartbreaking week. I'm going to start off by
A
just
great week.
acknowledging how fucked up that was. All right. You guys are all praying on my downfall. I went into Monday night, playing some COD with Dalton, not worrying about anything. All of a sudden, I'm like, I need 8 points. And then I'm watching it, I'm like, I need 0.5 points. There was 19 minutes or so of ball game left. And I literally put in the group chat, I'm like, I'm going to lose by 0.5. And it happened because I knew it. That motherfucker wasn't going to touch the ball.
It didn't
I
help he
texted-
was out the first drive too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know what that was about. I saw the SpongeBob meme where they put him in prison and then open the doors right back out and say, get out there.
Do the crime, you gotta do the time. And you're done.
I don't get what the punishment was. I don't know if they were talking shit at practice or what the
They
problem was.
were in Vegas. They were out gambling, I'm pretty sure, is what the biggest speculation is. And they were out late. And then the coach was like, since you guys are being a bad example to the team, you're going to sit the first drive. But also, we need you really bad. So you're only going to sit the first drive. And then you're going to come in and we're going to win this.
And they went off. They went off,
Yeah.
both of them.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
it's kind
both
of
of them
like,
did.
maybe they should be out gambling because something hit.
yeah, they were feeling confident after that. I texted Ben midway through the game when Pickens had 14, and I'm like, surely he doesn't score 30, right? And then Ben's like, don't say that. And then he hit 29.4, and I'm like, he's not there yet. But that was so fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, let's look at this heartbreaker since we're already drilling me about it. Look at the generational stinker out of Lamar against a Browns defense. Miles with another 4 sacks. That game was tough to watch because, again, we lost. No shocker there. Gave Mark Andrews a 44-yard rushing touchdown or something like that. Honestly, having Chase have a bad week, having Warren go out, and then Devontae just dropping 1.8, there wasn't a lot I could do. And this is a bad week. I had a bad week. And I dropped
a bad week with 140.
But keep in mind, Ben, if this is playoffs, I have a 5-point buffer. Your ass is out. I won this matchup. So this is why this matters.
This is the first time the 5-point buffer would have made a difference in every week so far. So this is a great example of that. But 140 with your worst week is crazy. I also thought after Sam Darnold dropped him 8 points, I thought that was going to be rough for him, but he squeaked it out.
Shout out to Sam Darnold. Having 4 picks and still getting 8 points on the board is kind of nice.
Yeah.
That's honestly impressive.
Bijan getting a 30 bomb, ETN getting 20. That's great. I mean, JSN, they got absolutely railed, it felt like, in that game, and he still puts up his points. Amon-Ra had a bad week, but Ben getting 32 out of Travion, I'm over here laughing. Ben's like, I had a really bad week. I'm like, I think you overperformed, personally. Everybody did their job, and some of the guys that shouldn't have done their job overprojected by what? 14 or 15 points? So, you kind of did what you were supposed to do. He went under 15. I went under 32. That was just bad. Really bad.
Yeah.
But
this was a slugfest.
Props to him.
A slug. I'm happy to see Ben win. I'm not going to lie. I was rooting on Nug's downfall. So that 0.5 point
I'll cheer for my dad
was I was watching that whole game just rooting against you while I was rooting for my own team. So
now you know how it feels, Nugs.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I don't like being up at the top because nobody's friends with the guy who's in first. Nobody hey, text him, man, how's the game going? I'm rooting for you. It's like, fuck you, man. I hope you lose. It's like, oh, all right. I need somebody to overtake this spot. It's cursed. Honestly, Ben's team looks gross. He's doing really good. He's on the up and up. This week to me just felt like nothing. Honestly, if I lose next week, I'll start worrying about it a little bit, but I have a 1-game lead and I have the tiebreaker over everybody else right now just because of points. So I need to just shit the bed to be able to fall out of the number 1 or number 2
Yeah.
seed.
How many
I think
games up are you?
I'm 8-3.
only one on me,
But that's
2
Oh, that's
on.
it?
technically because I have the tiebreaker because of points.
Yeah, that is true.
So
Yeah,
he has
so
to get a 2 on me.
yeah, 2 games is what I have to
That's
get, and then
hard. That's hard
Ben
to
is
see you lose 2
With 3
games in the
weeks
last
left,
3.
and he has to
Yeah.
win them all
Ben's
too.
2 games back, and he's 100 points down. So I think Nugs has clinched playoffs, but he has also clinched the bye basically as well, unless he just absolutely shits the bed for the next 3 weeks and scores like 100 points or something. So
Let's not do that. All right, let's not wish that on anybody here. Grant versus Dalton. Grant having a generational stinker out of himself here.
Dude,
Look at that. He had one guy get double digits, two double digits, and one was AJ Brown, which is kind of a good game out of him. And then what did he get? 14 out of Bowers. That's a pretty good game out of him too. So I mean, having McCaffrey get the traditional 35. Puka had a bad week for his standards. I mean, getting 0.2
I
out of
thought
Mims was bad, but
the craziest thing in this whole series between these two was Emeka Ibuka. The Buffalo game, there was 76 points scored in the actual NFL game.
Yeah.
76. That many touchdowns, and Emeka Ibuka has 9 points. Where did the points go? Like where? Like all of them went to Josh Allen.
Back.
Yeah,
oh,
and like
Sean
not
Tucker.
Rashad White either.
Okay.
So like not Rashad White, not Emeka Ibuka. Like
Yeah.
Grant just got boned by the Buccaneers because all the points went elsewhere.
Yeah, for him having White in there and Tucker getting all the like touchdowns and all the shots there, I feel bad for Grant, but I don't know if that would have made a difference.
I mean, I think if one of them got a lot of those touches, it might have made a difference. That's a lot of points.
He lost by 40. Even giving himself like another 25 bomb, like it's pretty difficult to come back on that.
Yeah.
Harvey had a bad game. I didn't even see Harvey. Look at that. With Dobbins out, this is all he was able to do.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that game, but damn.
And then the Chiefs played really bad against the Broncos. I mean, ended up losing. Rashee Rice got him 9.8 for a guy that's way better than that. Like, it was a rough week for Grant on all regards.
Not a single. He has won a single touchdown that Aaron Rodgers threw. No one else had a touchdown on his team.
Oh no.
Yeah, no one else had a touchdown.
Insane.
Tough to win. Tough to win without tutties.
That's a very tough win condition.
I mean, Dalton just did
Rodgers,
his job, though.
Yeah.
Is Rodgers out?
Yeah. No, I was going to say Grant got Jacoby Brissett off the waivers, which I thought was a huge addition to his squad because Rodgers has been like one of the worst parts of his starters, and Jacoby Brissett is a walking 18 points. So
I just dropped him.
I think that's great for him. But yeah, Dalton did great. CMC put up what he needed to. I think everybody on Dalton's team really did their job other than Marvin Mims. But other than that, solid across the board. You get a 127. Great week's worth of work out of Dalton there. Get the dub, move forward. He's that much closer to being a playoff contender.
He's killing me right now. He just feels like he's like, and no shot at his team, but week after week, Dalton has some studs, but he's too top heavy. So for me, Dalton just feels like the leader of the middle of the pack.
Yeah,
I agree. I think he did have Olave out, who I think is a great addition for him, like in his starters. But JK going down hurts, and I don't even know if JK is going to be that good when he comes back with another injury, season-ending injury. So he is very top heavy for me.
I mean, I know we got to like trades and everything. We're just cut off this past Monday. Dalton's got some off-season work to do. If he's not going to draft a running back, you guys definitely need to be trying to trade him something because he might be dealing out a bag for a nice little running back. What about you?
ETN at the end of the season.
Yeah, for a second, baby. Look at this bad boy. Owen, what happened with your boys? Kind of a bad week, and yet again, you still win.
Yeah, I was sweating. That Monday night game. It was Ashton Genty versus Javonte Williams, and I had like a 7-point buffer, and it got dangerously close quite a few times, but Ashton Genty just kept catching passes, and Javonte had like kind of a slow week, so held out. We held out. That's all that matters.
You got lucky that Pickens and CD went off because there easily could have been a tutty or two for him, and that would have been it.
Well,
yeah, dude, there was a couple goal line situations where I was like, they just hand this off to Javonte and I lose, and they just passed it instead, or they just turned it over. Like, it's crazy, dude. The last 3 minutes of the game, they just knelt it all the way to a turnover on downs. I thought they would just try to run in a touchdown. I was like, no, and then they just knelt it out. Oh, so good,
dude. That's insane. With over 2 minutes left, they don't just try to punch one in at like 1st and goal.
No, they literally
the Raiders had timeouts.
Knelt it. Yeah, the Raiders had 2 or 3 timeouts. It was like 3 minutes left. They knelt it all the way to the point where there was 40 seconds left on the clock when the ball got turned over to the Raiders, and then the Raiders knelt it to end the game. So they were like on like the 5-yard line and knelt it 5 times in a row, 4 from Dallas, 1 from the Raiders. I thought that was it. I thought I'd lost, but shout out the Cowboys for not wanting to stack on the points.
Dude, I'm even looking at your team here, and I just can't believe how much of a bad week you had. Saquon, I just want to touch on the Philly team here. Like, for them to be, what are they, 8-2 right now? Did they win last week?
Yeah,
they're 8-2, and I don't feel like they've had a good offensive week yet.
No,
like it's so hard to watch. I'm looking at 26 carries for 83 yards from the best running back in the league. Like, what's that line doing? First of all, because I know they're not passing it well. Devontae got 1.8.
No, you watch the Phillies offense, and it's literally they're just playing it as safe as can be. They never take risks. They just go in, they let their defense do work, and they get the wins, but it makes for the most boring games. It's terrible for fantasy. So, like, Saquon sucks. A.J. Brown sucks. Devonta, sometimes he's been pretty good, but I mean, it's just like super, super safe throws out of Jalen Hurts. They don't do anything like crazy, and it just makes for these low-scoring games. Yeah. Terrible for Saquon.
And I just want to highlight here again, I know we keep talking about it, but I kind of like this little villain arc. I might as well take it since I'm in first. The Nugs curse. All right, we got 2 guys in this game from both teams here that have been affected. Jacobs, what is this, a week or 2 out? Is this the first week he's had Jacobs or second? No, second, right?
Second week he's had Jacobs, but he's going to be out for he's week to week, but it seems like he's only going to miss this week.
And then the notorious London, which this is the first week out, and looks like he's going to be out for.
He's going to be out a little while.
He's going to be out for probably 2 to 3 weeks, so probably until playoffs start. So my bye hopes are dwindling fast.
No, it's all right. I appreciate that Pickens deal. All right. The other guy you dropped me was absolutely ass this week, so it kind of worked out for you too, because 1.8 might have lost you that matchup anyway.
I got a 0 from Quentin Johnston. That's who I would have been there for. So it wouldn't have. Honestly, I would have scored more. But
well, what happened to Evan here? I mean, getting 24 out of Nico, which has been like one of his better weeks. 15 out of Dowdle. Did he mess up at all? Not really.
Honestly, just the 4 from Josh Jacobs really killed him. I mean,
did he get hurt?
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
He tweaked his knee, I think, and so he'll be out for this week. But yeah, if that 4 from is really what killed him. Otherwise, he probably would have scored around 130 and felt confident and got the dub.
Yeah, shout out to O for making another week just look like bullshit.
Every week, baby. Good teams find a way to win.
Just surviving.
All right, let's look at Cam. That number 1 pick isn't looking to be like number 1 anymore.
Popping off. No.
I know. That is.
I'm 5 right now.
I've voted against Cam every week, and he has won every week. It's starting to piss me off.
You gotta start rooting for your friend now, all right? Maybe it's gonna be his downfall.
Yeah, maybe I'm gonna root for Cam. I'm picking Cam this week. Just
I mean, he didn't play Taylor, all right, but I know Jonathan probably wasn't dropping another 50.
Yeah.
But getting 34 points damn near out of Wilson.
34 out of Wilson.
Single touchdown.
What's even better, I was texting Owen back and forth. And I was like, should I do Trey Tucker or Wilson? And Owen tells me Wilson.
Was it me?
Yeah.
Gainwell got 30?
Yeah.
I'll give you.
But Warren went down.
Yeah, but
Warren
I
went
feel like
down and he just
Gainwell's been
started going off.
outperforming Warren every week. Like,
Yeah.
let's see here.
No, honestly, he's
Oh,
not.
he had two big bangers. Warren, his point total is like maybe 15, if that 10, 11. Like Warren's had a stinker of a season too.
And
Gainwell's
neither
at
one of
least
them have
found the
really
end
looked
zone.
that well.
And they still haven't played Caleb Johnson. Let me see here.
He's a stinker.
Dude, Cam, I can't believe you dropped to 160. This just feels weird. A
Yeah.
guy who admitted
Not
he's in a
crazy.
rebuild
That's not
and
crazy.
is just tearing it up.
I keep the key
And-
pieces. Tracy gave me 17.9. I saw that number and I was like, oh yeah, we're winning this week.
Yeah.
That's all
I
you
thought
need.
it was a put together game between Tracy giving him 18, a 23 from Jamo Williams, someone that you wouldn't really think would give you 23 points, maybe like
Oh,
10.
I would.
A
I don't know.
30.
Oh
Ever
no,
since
he is
I mean-
guaranteed that. Are you kidding me? Now that he's
Now,
calling the
now,
offense.
after
Yeah.
Campbell started calling the offense,
Yep.
he's an auto start now.
I don't
He's the go
disagree.
ball.
I just think give it 3 weeks ago, I would have never said he's scoring 23 points. Like confidently said he's scoring 23 points, but then Wilson scores him 34, and then his defense scores him 22. This was a pop off week for Cam from some of his lesser guys, in my opinion.
I'm still super high in JMO. I thought all these like bad weeks that he had, something just wasn't clicking in the offense. This guy is an amazing receiver.
He's just gone.
Like he's nasty. He's like one of the quickest guys in the league. He gets all the go balls. The moment they start airing it out, this guy's going to be getting 20 points a week. Cam's got a stud right here that he can play
I
in the
know.
flex spot.
Yeah. I will hold on to him.
I mean, Josh is just so middle of the pack right now with all of his guys. They're just playing average and a couple stinkers week to week.
Yeah. The Chargers having a bad week really killed him as well, with Justin Herbert and Keenan Allen playing not great. And then some of his other starters, with JT out, that is like his big point scorer. And with JT out, he doesn't look as monstrous as he does with JT in there, with JT, CeeDee Lamb, Chase Brown. So instead he's got to put in like Aaron Jones and Deebo Samuel, which Deebo Samuel did do well this week, but I just don't think that's going to be consistent. So, and then Rome has been not great, kind of a dud. Long term, he's still good. Yeah, long term he's still good,
Ben
but
Johnson
like
offense
for this
too.
year,
This has been a good year for him actually. Last year he was way worse. Like his point totals for 2024, yeah, like look at how inconsistent. He only had 2 weeks of over 20, and all the other weeks he barely made 10. This has been a pop off year for him. He's made DJ Moore look like a freaking wide receiver 4 on his own team. Like
yeah, DJ Moore needs to get off the team anyways. So.
Yeah,
I think he's good. They don't utilize him. All of a sudden he's like a rushing. He's doing some jet sweeps. Like I love DJ Moore. I'm watching the game. He's not even getting touches.
I like Luther Burden probably more than I like DJ Moore, honestly.
He's not even getting touches. Like until these past
couple
weeks,
he's not.
Burden has been just there for 1 or 2 catches a game.
I agree. I think Zacchaeus needs to go out. I think Luther Burden needs to go in at the minimum. And then DJ Moore, I don't know that he's going to be on the team because I think Luther Burden kind of plays his role, but we'll see what Ben Johnson ends up looking to do.
All right, let's check out this bad boy. This had huge playoff implications here.
Crazy.
My dad, another 150, a consistent, scary 150. A third of his points coming from a 6 touchdown game out of Josh Allen. What a freaking beast, man.
The most Josh Allen game you've ever watched. He throws a pick 6. Was it a pick 6? It was a pick at least to start the game off. And then it was like, you're like, what the hell? And then he goes and scores 6 touchdowns by himself, like 3 rushing, 3 passing. Okay, like he started off with a pick, get the bad ones out of the way, and then go crazy.
He said, I took that personal.
Yeah.
That pick 6 was like, I don't know why he did that shuttle pass, because it didn't look like there was a receiver in the area.
It was the craziest game to me.
Yak having a good game out of McMillan finally.
Yeah. Just the OT too gave him extra touches.
Judkins, another bad week. Unfortunately, anybody on the Browns is just scary to play because they can't even get the ball moving. Like it's 3 and out, 3 and out. Shout out to my dad though. What a
Great.
freaking week, dude. This guy is like on the verge of actually being in the playoffs this year.
Yeah. This was one where the 150 kind of snuck up on me because I was looking at like Jalen Waddle, who I think's really good, scored him like 8 points. Devontae Adams, who I think's really good, scored him 7. And I was like, oh, he's probably gonna have a bad week. And then all of a sudden I'm like, he got 150 and Josh Allen had 53 points. I'm like, damn. Like James Cook gave him 20, George Kittle gave him 25. I didn't have Kittle doing that well, but like he just had some pop off players. And then like his supporting cast just got him like a 6 or 7 every around there, and it works out. It's all you need in order to score big. So your dad deserves his flowers. Put himself in a great spot to get in the playoffs.
Yes, sir. Now, while we still have Cam on here, let's go ahead and let's get next week's picks in here. And honestly, this is going to be the biggest week we've had yet. So this is going to determine whether or not guys are still in the hunt or they're going to be out probably this week. Me versus Yak, starting it off. I'm going to take a back seat here because I know exactly what I'm picking. I'm riding with my boys. But I do have guys out suspended. Chase decided to spit on a guy and then double down and say he didn't do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And then there's video proof of him just hucking a loogie.
Yeah.
The loogie was huge too. Like it was so obvious. It's stupid.
Yeah, I got Warren. I'm probably gonna put him in over Sharp. But I got Achan on another bye too, so kind of like a slimmed down version of my team here. What do you guys think?
Cam, you want to go first?
Yeah, I like May over Jackson. Oh, you guys have both of the Lions running backs?
Yeah, I'm not
Gibbs
worried
is
about
obviously
Montgomery
going to
really
outscore
anymore.
Montgomery. I haven't really seen what Charbonnet's done.
That or Warren.
But he's
Not much. Not
That
much.
or Warren.
not much. But
But
honestly, neither is Warren.
They are also
but
playing
you get
Tennessee.
10 out of him and you're happy.
They're playing
And I
Tennessee
feel like
though.
Judkins is. Oh, are they really?
They could
Okay.
be like Ben was talking to me. I didn't even see who they were playing, but like that could be a game where they're up big and then they're just running the ball with backups.
Judkins has only had a couple pop-off years, so I'd probably take Charbonnet over, especially playing Tennessee. Pickens over Shakur, Devontae, Millen playing San Fran. Oh no, they're playing Dallas. I feel like the Eagles might actually pull something out, score some points for us this week.
Hopefully.
Goddard, no McBride. Yeah, no, I'm taking Nugs. Even with your guys injured, I still think you have enough firepower to take out Yak. I think it's going to be closer than what it should be. You know, you obviously have Chase in there and Achan, you would kill him, but he's got Ladd on bye too. Yeah, I'm taking you Nugs.
I'm taking Nugs for sure. I think it's always hard to bet against him, even though we lost last week. I think this is a great week for Yak to take down Nugs. A second week for Nugs to lose 2 weeks in a row. No Achan, no Jamar Chase, 2 of his biggest point scorers. I mean, he's still got a lot of big point scorers with Pickens and Jahmyr Gibbs. I think Lamar Jackson's going to put up a better week. But I will say in Yak's defense, Bucky Irving might be back. I don't know that he'll play a full snap share, so I would still probably slot him in there above Montgomery if he does end up playing this week. And then I would put Pearsall in over Shakir. I know Pearsall had a stinker last week, but I do think he'll perform better this week against the Jets, who are horrid. Or against Carolina, excuse me, who is also horrid on the defensive end. I would put Pearsall in over Shakir. I think if he does those, I could. Oh, he's also got Jawan Jennings in there. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe I'd leave Shakir. I know they're playing Houston.
I'd probably play Pearsall over Jennings, but I definitely like Shakir over Pearsall right now. I don't even know if the dude's like looking good or not. Like after watching that game, they didn't even throw him the ball. I don't know if he's not cutting right or not.
I'd probably leave Shakir in there. I'd probably put Pearsall in for Jennings. I think Pearsall's due for a 15, 20-point week, which I think would be more than Jennings will score. If Bucky Irving plays, he could put him in for Montgomery. I think he'd get him 12, 13 points, maybe 15. And I think this could be close. I do think this will be closer than what I initially thought, but I'm still taking Nugs just because I think his pop-off potential is he could have a couple of these players score 45 points. And I don't think anybody on Hunter's team other than Drake May, I would really see scoring that high.
I like that. Honestly, I know you guys are thinking it might be a little closer. I think this one might actually be a blowout. Yeah,
It
these guys are
definitely can be.
just too hit or
Yeah.
miss, and he's like the one guy I want to be playing in the league. And that's no shot at him. It's just his guys are either hit or miss. And if all of these guys, based on their matchups, I think they're all gonna miss. This is gonna be a week where if Yak loses too, I think he might be out.
I think he's out. Yeah.
Let's check here. What else? Who's next? Grant and Evan. Is Grant gonna pull one out? Look at this team, man. He's got 5 out of white. Yeah, Bucky's definitely got
Right.
to be coming
Yeah.
back.
He was limited in practice today, though.
Jacobs is not gonna play. There's no way they rush him back.
He's not playing.
I'm
No.
giving Grant the nod here. I think Grant's team is underprojected. He has too many guys that'll go off, and I think having 4 out of white here is just not accurate. I mean, I'm
He also has Harvey in there,
Singletary, Stevenson
who's on
might come
by.
back in. I don't think there's a world where Evan wins this week. I'm picking Grant.
Cam?
Stevenson might come back. Yeah, I'm kind of. I was on. I was on Evan's side till I start thinking about Jacobs being off, and Grant doesn't even have someone in for Harvey yet. So I kind of like what Nugs is saying. I think I'm going to go with Grant as well. You take Jacobs away, that takes a very big point share away, and I just don't see who he can throw in there to get him anywhere near the points Jacobs could get him. I mean, Pollard isn't going to give you anything. Mason isn't either.
Pollard's due for a week. Tennessee is just ass.
No, Tennessee's just ass. You cannot play a Tennessee player. You're begging for it.
I have
I
to in
kind
our other
of
league.
I kind of hate all of his players' matchups other than Jared Goff. I do think Jared Goff could pop off. Javante against Philadelphia. We've seen what Philly has done. You've got Nico Collins against Buffalo. Their defense isn't the greatest, so actually he could pop off. T. Higgins is against the Pats. That's a good defense, but no Jamar Chase. Probably a lot of targets, but I'm also worried about the defense just really like covering up T. Higgins.
Yeah.
And
He's
then
going
I
to
think a
go
lot
from a
of
number 2 to a number 1. I mean,
yeah, and I could see a lot of those targets going to Yoshavas or whatever his name is. I'm pretty sure
yeah,
it's Yoshavas. A lot of the last time that Jamar Chase was out, Yoshavas saw a lot more target share. So I just I want to pick Evan just based off of like I think Dowdo will be fine. I think Goff will do well, and I think Nico could do well. I think T. Higgins could do well, but I
don't think he's going to. I don't think
Grant's team has Brissett now, and I think that was the missing piece that he needed. And I think Emeka is finally going to start playing like he should. I think I like Rashi Rice a lot, and especially against Indianapolis. I think Brock Bowers is getting his piece regardless. Pop off ability. I'm giving the nod to Grant. I'm going to take Grant as well.
And he finally has a QB in there. Like Aaron couldn't give him anything. Even Daniels didn't really give him what we thought he would have at that initial draft.
Also, can we just talk about 47 completions and the dude still only manages to get 24 fantasy points?
That's what I was going to say when we were talking about Cam's team. I totally forgot. Jacoby Brissett set a record for completions in this game, like a record for completions, and Michael Wilson got so many of those. It was insanity.
He had something crazy like 18 targets.
Yeah.
Like that's insane.
Yeah, he was 15 for 18. Like caught everything and just the ball went to him. I watched the shortened down version of the game, and it was like every other play was just like Wilson caught the ball.
Yeah. That's where I just don't think it happens again for Wilson.
No, I don't think so either.
I think he'll still play well, but there's no way that Jacoby Brissett has another like record-breaking game like that. And I think Wilson just got the better end of that. But yeah,
look how consistent they are. They've had a bad stretch of games as far as matchups because I mean you can see that they're not really running the ball; they're playing from behind. That's really helping Brissett, have to air the ball out. But I'd argue it's hurting him. Like he's not really finding the end zone much. So I think with a couple touchdowns, his point totals could be a lot higher. I shouldn't have dropped him because he's viable for anybody now that needs a quarterback. I should have just stored him.
Oh yeah.
But after that Lamar trade, I'm like, I need no reason to have 7 quarterbacks on my bench. I could
Yeah.
just drop one. And this guy seemed like he was the most temporary option. Like I didn't want to get rid of Purdy, Dak, Lamar. Um, wow.
Cam
I
Ward now too.
I do think Brissett is like a one season fix. I don't think he's the guy for the Cardinals, but for the rest of this season, I think that's a big upgrade for Grant. So, I mean, it was great for him to pick him up, but I just don't know if it's going to last next year.
Yes,
Leave
sir.
this one to the end because I think this will be the best game.
Okay, so Ben and you, and I don't know what's going on with you. You are just projected to get
I'm
railed.
always projected to get 0 points and come out and like all my guys overdo what they're supposed to.
I think based on this matchup, I know you're not getting another 35 out of Wilson. The fact that he's got Derrick Henry in his flex, I don't see.
Yeah.
And I'm in a nice way. I don't think you can pull this week out even with a Herculean effort. I'm picking Ben.
No.
Cam, you got yourself?
He's
I don't
looking
know,
over
man.
at his
Dude,
pick
they're
total and seeing how high it is. He's like, I can't
Yeah.
let you guys come back.
But I hate picking against myself because what's the point? But having like Gainwell in as a flex scares the crap out of me. I had to put Darnell Washington. Having so many Steelers players in there terrifies me
Oh, you got
because our
Darnell
offense
in
is
there.
so bad. But I don't have. If Booty comes back and is healthy, I'm gonna throw him in. But like, I don't know. It's just I don't think it's a good week for me with buys and stuff. Coming back next week with Hampton, hopefully coming back. I think I would have had a better chance against him next week, but I'm gonna have to pick against myself.
Oof.
I'm taking Ben. I don't like Trevor Lawrence as his quarterback, but the rest, I mean, I love the matchups for literally everyone on his roster, basically. I mean, you look at Bijan playing the Saints. Saints are horrible. Travion playing Cincinnati. Cincinnati's defense, horrible. JSN's playing Tennessee. Their defense is horrible. Amon-Ra's playing the Giants. They are kind of bad. You look at his tight ends playing the Raiders, who are terrible. Then, I mean, like the Jets, he's got for Henry. I just think I already like Ben's team. I already like Ben's team. I think he's I'm giving the nod to Ben.
Yeah. Hey, did you pick a Grant? Who'd you pick on that last one?
I picked Grant.
Yeah, I picked a Grant. I picked Grant.
Then let's look at my dad and Josh. Josh is over here fighting for his life this week. What are we gonna see? Are we gonna see Josh pull this out? I'm looking at Taylor being back. I mean, this is a must-win for my dad. CeeDee Lamb against Devontae, Pitts, and Kittle. I don't like Knight being in there because Benson possibly could be coming back this week. He's got DeMercado on the bench too. He's like got his bases covered there. Oh, Waddle's on a bye. I was wondering what he was missing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm really trying to find a way not to pick Josh, but I think Josh is going to stay alive this week. I'm picking Josh to make the playoff race more interesting.
Yeah, I think with the Bills playing Houston, like one of the top 3 defenses in the league, I don't think obviously Allen's not getting another 50 bomb, but I don't think I think he throws up kind of a stinker, to be honest. I don't even think he gets 20 this week. I don't think Cook does anywhere near 16. I mean, Devontae didn't have a great week last week, but he still caught a tutty, so I think he does around that.
Yeah, and like you said, he's got an itch for the end zone.
He really does. Yeah, I'm going with Josh as well. Josh has just got a better matchup.
Your dad's team to me just always looks like it's held together with super glue and duct tape, and
duct tape all over.
somehow he finds ways to win. Like so often, like he scores 160 more often than I do. Like so, I'm like I look at his team every week and I go, oh, that's horrible, and then he wins, and so I'm like, I it's hard to pick against your dad just knowing that. But I like Josh's team too much this week. So I'm gonna go with Josh as well. But your dad, I can't get a read on his team, so it could easily be wrong.
All right. Let's go
the
for what
marquee
looks
game of
to
the week.
be the marquee game of the week, a 50-50 initial split.
It's
Dalton
always me.
picking up Wilson off the waiver wire. I actually put a bid in for him. I'm shocked to see Evan didn't even make an attempt at getting his backup in there. Um, with O having a couple guys out this week, but with Dalton being fully healthy, I mean,
Oh, when you have to play BTJ, oh,
Yeah, it's
you
that,
poor
or
guy.
I don't even know. I don't even have anybody else to slot Darnell Mooney, but I hate Darnell Mooney.
No.
I don't. I want to drop him so bad. Like
see,
somebody wants to toss me a low pick, I'd send him.
Dalton's got downs. I think he should put him in for Mark Andrews in his flex. Um,
Dalton's got downs.
yeah, Dalton's got downs. I'm actually gonna say Dalton takes this one over O. I think O's gonna be fighting a little bit to just try to take a bye in the playoffs here. I'm going Dalton.
Yeah, I don't love the people you have in your bench that you like having your buys. I don't love who you had to throw. Like BTJ getting in there. ETN is too much of a banger bust for a week where you need him. Oh, never mind. He's given middle teens numbers all week. Zay Flowers, Andrews, Ferguson. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Sluter as well.
Ooh.
I really like Caleb Williams too, going against Pitt. Wilson against Minnesota. Minnesota was trash. McCaffrey going back to Carolina to play them. Yeah. And Genty playing Cleveland. No one scores at any points when you're at Cleveland.
Oh, dude, Cleveland, Miles. He's gonna be tearing up Gino.
Yeah. BTJ, I mean that dude's just washed for the year.
I'm picking myself.
Obviously.
I'm picking myself, and I hate my team. I want to pick against myself, but I want to try to catch up in the picks. I do think I have a chance. It's going to be, I need Saquon to go off. I need Genty to go against the odds and actually get like at least 12 points, maybe 15 if I'm feeling crazy. Justin Jefferson needs to stop being hot ass. Brian Thomas Jr. needs to play and get 12 points at least. I need a lot to go right in order to beat Dalton. I definitely think Dalton has the nod here, but I'm going myself, try to catch up on the picks, and hope I can get myself a bye.
I like that. I like that. Look at that. Some positive energy for yourself. I really hope you're down bad at the end of the week. I just want you to know that. My best competition right here, I need you to take a step back, all right? And give me a guaranteed #1 seed.
Yeah, I would love to get a bye. My team needs it. It would give my players some time to get healthy. I wouldn't have to worry about Drake London barely coming back. I could coast into the playoffs knowing that my team's all back with BTJ coming back and Drake London and everybody, but not looking great. Not looking great.
All right, real quick before I have to go, can we talk about that poll?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
Because I got a couple comments and then I got to bounce.
Yeah,
Does anybody? Do you want? Okay.
right.
So we. All right. Do you want to take the lead, Cam?
No, you got it. You got it. Let it
I was gonna say we put out the poll. We decided those three options. Like we talked about it. We thought those three options were great. Put out the poll. 5 votes for the last place pick, or the last place player gets the choice of getting the 101 pick, but you're guaranteed the punishment, or you send it to bracket play, and then based on that bracket play, where your pick's at, who gets the punishment. Unless we wanted to, I believe that's how it reads. So that's going to be the final say. That's how we're going to do it. Is last place gets the choice. Most likely Grant, so he'll get the choice. Does he want to do the beer mile but get the 101, or does he want to send it to bracket play and still try to get a good pick but not get the punishment? I like it a lot because I think if you're getting the 101, you should probably get the punishment as well because you're getting a pick that's worth so much more than even the 102. But where are your thoughts at?
I love it. I think it keeps the league spicy. You get that little, like that last week, you can see, who's going to get the punishment, or, everyone in that bottom bracket is like kind of held in limbo. Like, do I have a chance for the 1-1, but also have to do a punishment? What are they going to do? I just think it keeps things more interesting. That's why I really like the idea. And it's something unique. Like, I don't feel like anyone, like another league really does it like that. Mm-hmm. Never heard of it before. So I thought that was just a cool little gimmick Owen came up with.
Yeah, I think it's nice. I think this is fun. again, I kind of think we talked about it a little bit. In order to make this kind of stick more, we're gonna have to make a punishment that's a little bit more fitting,
Yeah,
that causes a little bit more strain or more of a decision here. Like on some of these off years, like I think this year's class kind of sucks. I don't mind having the second pick or the third pick instead of the first. I don't care to do a beer mile. I think that's not too bad. So,
I don't think that's the end of the world. It needs to be something where
it ruins
I
your day.
don't want to do this.
Ruins your whole
Yeah,
Yeah.
day.
it ruins your whole day. Right.
I'm not saying we should be going out and donating to a sperm bank like Ben was saying, and then let the kid like contact you later on in life. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying like something that you almost have to take off work for. That would piss you off,
Yeah.
ruin your day. Like I don't want to say the Waffle House, but that is an example of something that it would take up a large portion of your day, and you'd have to sit there and eat your way out of it, spend money. It's inconvenient. A beer mile is going
Yeah.
to take all of what? 8 minutes?
I still
Hold
love.
on, hold on, hold on. 8 minutes. Come on now.
Some people 8 minutes.
I still love the idea of having to bowl a 300, and during that, like during while you're bowling, every hot dog you eat and every like beer you drink gives you like 10 points or whatever. So like to get you closer to 300, and then like if you don't, like let's say you drink 3 beers and eat 3 hot dogs, you get 60 points, but you bowl a 210 throughout that first frame. You have to start over, like, and go again, and then try to do it again. So like it gets harder the
Wait.
further you go down, because you're going to want to eat less, you're going to want to drink less, but you have to get to 300 before you can stop. I think that would be like
Ooh,
that could
that's
ruin a
great.
whole day.
hold
But like,
That's
hold
great.
could
on.
also
You're
could
not
also
gonna
not take you
deduct
that
it by
long.
like 10 or
Like
20 per game. You're legit
it
just
would
gonna do a fresh
we
reset.
we would have to adjust it based on like, you know, like as you get like into your 4th game, like all right, a beer is worth like 25 now, like because you're gonna get way worse, you're gonna be so full.
You're gonna be
But like
wasted.
You just
I just
throwing
think
shit.
I just think something like that would take up a good like 5-6 hours of your day.
Yeah.
You'd be drunk, you'd be feeling bloated. Like
You hate bowling.
I would think we need to go somewhere like that, where like you could do it on a
Yeah.
weekend, but it would still just suck. Like it would ruin your Saturday. In order to make the 101, like it's not always like, oh, I'm picking the 101, taking the beer mile. Because I would take the beer
Yeah, I
mile
agree.
probably.
Yeah.
I like having the whole idea of like what like that we know exactly what's going to happen before the season starts. But part of me also likes custom punishments. Like I feel like some of us are better at things than others. So like again, like for somebody that's a runner, like running a mile is not a big deal. That's easy shit. That's why I said 8 minutes. I'm like my last mile I ran was like 7:40. Like and I was lollygagging at the gym. So like if I'm drinking a couple beers, chugging them, I might get sick, but like that's 10 minutes of
Right.
being upset.
That's 10 minutes in, out, done.
Like having a
Throw up
custom
a few
punishment
times and
sucks and it would be annoying, but I also feel like it would be an even bigger incentive not to get last because you don't know what it's
You
gonna
don't even
be.
know how bad it's gonna be. Yeah, that's true.
That's my idea of it though, because again, I like to know what I'm in for, like before the season starts, and like obviously nobody's gonna get in trouble. We're not gonna do something that's just absolutely
Right.
ridiculous or putting you in jeopardy of anything. But I want you to worry about getting that fucking last spot.
I agree. I don't think it was strong enough this year.
yeah.
What we voted,
I
we
think
voted to be weak.
Right. Yeah.
yeah, I think we'll do a revote at the end of this season, but for this season, it is the beer mile. You will get the choice. Whoever does get last, it could be Grant, could be Josh. I mean, there's still a lot of people that
Yeah.
could still end up in
Man.
last. I mean, Hunter could end up in last.
And whoever
So-
goes in last can still send it to bracket play, and
Yeah,
it could be anybody that gets hit with
and
it.
then
So you
it'll
just don't
be
know.
if you get second, you get the 102, and you don't have to do the punishment. I think is so. I think it'll be good.
I gotta
like
bounce.
that.
See you, boys.
All right, peace out.
See you, Cam.
All right, what else do we need to cover?
Cam, turn your camera off too. Yeah, there you go. I think this last week we had some last second trades. I don't know if there's a lot, but we could talk about that. We could also talk about the weekly report a little bit.
I don't think there was anything spicy on trades. We can check that out. Me.
I don't think there was this week really. I think a lot of the trades happened right before week 10.
I
Um,
think we only had one trade for the deadline week,
yeah, Trevor Lawrence
and a second for
for
ETN.
yeah, which I
Um,
thought was fair.
I think it's great. Great for both ways. He gets a
Yeah.
second, but you also get a guy that's going to be able to put 15 up for you on a week to week basis. I would take that
I
for a
needed a
running back.
I needed a flex bad. He wanted a quarterback and Trevor Lawrence in a second for ETN. Trevor Lawrence, I was genuinely thinking about dropping, so it was literally a nothing for me, and so I was giving up a second for Travis Etienne. Take that all day, but I think it was great for both of us. Me and Ben were texting back and forth. Thought it was great for both of us, so excited to see that go through.
Shout out to you for getting a good trade out of Ben. I feel like that doesn't
I
happen too
know
often. So
he proposed it. I was so surprised. He sent me who did he send me? He sent me Kyler Murray for Trevor Lawrence straight up, and I said at least Trevor Lawrence is a starter, dude. And
he
then
literally just picked up a guy. Dude, Kyler was on the waiver wire. Like
yeah,
anybody could have picked him up, and he's just trying to trade you for a guy that you actually already had on your bench.
yeah, he sent me Trevor Lawrence for Kyler Murray in a fourth round pick. I'm like,
Ooh.
fourth round's nothing. Kyler's nothing. Like, even though I was thinking about dropping Trevor Lawrence, but
Yeah.
then he hit me back with
He's
that.
throwing
I
picks
was
in
excited.
there. Damn, hold on. He's throwing picks in there. You might have to take that.
Not a fourth. Fourth's nothing.
I don't. So I don't know when we should go and look at that. I kind of want to one of these weeks to go back and look at some of the old rookie draft classes that were projected. Um,
Yeah.
you'd be surprised what you were pulling like the third or the fourth. Like I think Trey McBride in some leagues was pulled in the third round. Like you got some hidden gems that if you know what you're doing and the right circumstances like come to play, you might have some studs in those later rounds. I thought it was useless until you see some of the big names that came from the third or fourth round.
I don't disagree. I just think you don't hit on enough of them, and our bench isn't like awfully large to have four picks and have to hold all of them. Like, I just look at mine, I'd be dropping.
You do have a taxi squad.
Yeah, but I have that full.
So
Like,
maybe that's something we need to evaluate. But at the same time, it's also like, do we want the waiver wire to be absolutely bone dead dry week to week?
right.
I
That's
think
where
where we're at's good. Me
I think where we're
personally.
at's good. I just mean the strategy behind it is you're looking at those third and fourth round picks. Yeah, they could end up being great, but I just don't know that they're going to hold a spot on your roster long enough for them to come to fruition. Like,
Yeah.
if they have one or two seasons to start where they're bad and then they end up being good, I'm sure they'll be off your roster by then because you're probably not holding a taxi squad spot for them when you already have another draft in. So I just think in our format, a third and a fourth aren't quite as big as those that have like really deep benches where the waiver wire literally is bone dry. Like nothing is on there.
Well, let me ask you this. So, like, on a week to week basis, year to year basis, how long are you holding on to a guy in hopes that he ends up being a decent player for you? For me personally, I don't know if I'll give somebody more than 2 years, especially if they're able to get like a good portion of the snap share early on and then they're still useless. I'm not sure I can take them.
Yeah, I'm kind of there too. I think that it's like if with the way that we have and the limited amount of bench space that we have, I think 2 years is kind of plenty of time for them to figure it out. And unless it's like somebody that's really young, I think I think that
Making
it's
out
just
on the
not worth
camera
holding on
there.
to them. Yeah, like I think you're gonna have draft picks that I would rather have like
Mhm.
higher hopes for that I wouldn't really hold on to. But some of them I would. I would say 2 years is probably plenty of time in this format.
I don't know. I'm kind of excited for the rookie draft. I kind of want more skin in the game, so I'm going to be looking to make some off-season trades here in order to try to make some more plays, even for third or fourths. I kind of like. I feel like I got
Yeah. Do
a
you have any
decent eye
picks?
there. I
You
have
don't
a
have any picks
second.
in this.
I
Oh,
have a
you do have a
second,
second.
and it's not mine. I think.
Oh, it's my second. I think.
I think it's my father's.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
So I'm gonna do something with that, hopefully, and try to get somebody I like. But I kind of want more skin in the game. I don't want to be completely dormant. Now, I
Yeah.
don't think there's really anything else for us to cover. So I don't know if this week, if you want me and you just to go over and look at like some of the playoffs, we can finish up with whether or not somebody's gonna kind of be out of it this week.
Yeah, I definitely think we could look at schedules a little bit as well
Okay.
with just like with some of these like low fringe teams. So like a Josh, a Hunter, and your dad, since he's got the lowest amount of points for at sitting at 5 and 6. Is that right? Yeah, 1-4. I mean, he's only below Evan by 3, so we could probably go Evan as well. But I think that would be something to look at and just see who do we think's squeaking in and who do we think's dropping down.
Well, let me do this real quick. I'm actually gonna make a little note for us. Um, I'm gonna go into a drive real quick, and I'm gonna see what would qualify somebody to get eliminated here. Dogs. All right. All right. Who do we want to start off with here?
I think if we want to start low, we could start with
from the
Josh and see if we think Josh is truly out.
Okay, we can start with Josh. We'll start with Josh, and we'll push to Grant. All right. So what do we
I
got
mean, we
for
can
Josh
go
this
Grant.
week?
We can go Grant first. I just think
See the
Grant, there's
bottom.
no way he gets playoffs.
There's a shot, and we. I actually do like Grant's team though. Still.
I like Grant's team. I could see him winning this week. I could see him beating Cam, and I could see him beating Hunter. Low key, he could win the next 3 weeks, but that's kind of a great schedule in my opinion.
Evan, Cam, Dalton. Cam, Dalton. Did I miss somebody? Evan, Cam, Dalton. Oh, Ben, me, and you. Actually, Ben, you, and me.
Yep.
Okay, so looking at Grant, what does he have for his schedule
He's got
here?
Evan this week. He's got Cam next week, and then he's got Hunter week 14.
Evan, Cam, and Hunter. He could go 2
I said that's probably the best schedule, honestly.
Yeah.
Evan, Cam, and Hunter are probably my weakest 3, to be honest. I know Josh is lower, but with Jonathan Taylor in there, he scares me every week.
Josh has CD
But
and JT. Like CD hasn't even had a pop-off week yet. He's got a good team. I agree.
So like those 3 are probably my lowest 3, like the ones that I want to play.
So do you agree with me? He pulls 2 of those.
Yeah, I think he could win 2 easily. I think
he's gonna finish at what, 6 and 8?
Yeah, 6 and 8. Or yeah.
Okay. Let's look at Josh then. Who does Josh play?
Josh plays your Dave, then he plays Dalton, and then he plays you.
Oh,
that's tough. That is a tough schedule.
I think he goes 1 and 2.
That's what I was gonna say. 1 and 2, maybe 2 and 1. It's gonna be right on that line for me. Well, I would think he could beat your dad, and he could beat. I think he beats Dalton. I could see him.
Let's see the buys. See if anybody has them. No, he doesn't. Dalton's gonna be at full strength roughly, and then I don't know if I have anybody on buy, and mine's not even the right projections because I still got guys on my bench like Chase. Damn, I'm sticking 1 and 2 with guys fully healthy and everything. Like I love Josh's team, but I don't know if he can pull out 2 to 3 of those.
Yeah,
we have to agree on this though. In order for these projections to work out, we have to agree.
I think he beats Dalton.
Okay,
I do.
Take my dad this week.
That's my big if. I don't think he beats you. Do I think he did? Who did I pick this week?
Not? I thought you picked him. I could be wrong. I think we all picked Josh.
Yeah, I think we did. So that would make it 2 and 1.
Do you want to go 2 and 1 there?
Do you think he can beat Dalton next week?
I think he could possibly beat me. He's just got a good team. I just don't know what he's doing down there. Let's go 2 and 1. I like that.
I think 2 and 1, honestly.
We got to be consistent though, and kind of remember like what we said, because it's
Yeah.
going to impact some of these other ones. And then he's going to finish again with what, 6-8?
Yeah, he'll be 6-8.
Okay. All right, let's look at Hunter's schedule. Who's Hunter playing?
Hunter plays you. That's an L.
Could be.
Then he plays me,
That
which
could be
I
an
would
L.
say that one's close because I've got some people out, but I would still probably an L. And then he plays Grant.
We had Grant winning against him, so we got Yak at 0-3.
0-3. Honestly, Yak could get last.
This is just
He would
our
drop to
projections.
Yak would drop to 4-10.
That right now he might have the #1 pick.
Yeah. He
What-
would. In our situation, he already has it, unless we think your dad loses all 3. No,
No.
even that wouldn't be enough.
What are we projecting for my dad?
Your dad's 5-6 right now. We said he would lose this week, so that's 0-1. Next week, your dad plays Ben. I think that's a loss.
Ooh,
I'd probably take Ben in that.
I don't
And then he
know.
plays Evan.
Do they have any buys that week against Ben next
Your
week?
your dad has a lot of buys week 14. Maybe not as much as I think. I don't know who his tight end would be. Schultz, I guess.
Ben's gonna be roughly full strength.
Evan has Dowdle out. Jacobs would be back, most likely. The only people out for your dad would be George Kittle. He
got
put Dalton
Wandale.
Schultz in. Chuba and Wandell are out. Coker's out. He'd have Waddle to put in. And
Marv
maybe
would be
Parker
back.
Washington.
Marv would
Oh,
be
Marv
back.
would be back. Yeah. So he'd have Marv and who's that other one I just said? Waddle, which I really like Waddle. I think I got your dad against Evan in that one.
We really think
I would
my
say
dad's
1 and
only getting 1?
I mean, I don't think he's beating Ben.
He's gonna prove us wrong, because I just know his team is still gonna perform better than that. But
I would say this week is the week for your dad to win. I could see your dad beating Josh.
so we got him at 6-8 too, though.
Yeah.
If
But
he
I would
beats
say-
Josh, this switches.
Yeah. If he beats Josh, then he would go to 7-7 and Josh would go to 5-9.
Okay.
But I think that's my biggest if is the Josh versus Dave this week.
Okay. Now let's.
But I think the rest are pretty fair.
Now let's assume that does switch. Oh, dude, I don't know. I want to see how this plays out before I start doing that. But let's.
Yeah, your dad would go to 7-7 and Josh would be
Dude,
5.
7-7, he's in. You're in.
Yeah, he'd be in.
All right. What does Evan got?
Evan has this week he plays Grant, which we all picked Grant. So we got to say that's a loss.
Copy.
Then Evan plays you. I think that's a loss.
Could be a loss. Oh, no.
And then Evan plays Dave,
And we said he
who
loses
I
that.
just said Dave I think beats Evan.
So
I
Evan's gonna finish 5-9.
could see Evan 0-3.
0-3, and then leave him over there at a good old 5-9. All right, let's go to Cam.
Cam plays Ben this week. We picked Ben, everybody. I think even Cam picked Ben.
Yeah.
Then Cam plays Grant, which did we say Grant wins that?
I think we gave that one to Cam
Did we give that one to Cam?
because we had Grant at 2-1, and Grant plays.
Evan, Cam, Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did give that one to Cam then.
So
So
Cam's
Cam gets
1-1.
the 1-1, and then week 14, Cam plays me, which I would probably give the nod to myself, but he will have Hampton back. So
Let's look at that.
could get spicy.
He has Tracy on a bye. You have.
I would most likely have Drake London back, but that's not guaranteed.
Yeah, I think just out of principle and just for like accurate projections, kind of like stick with that, saying that you pull that one out. Then we leave Cam at 1 and 2. Dude, I'm gonna have to switch my mouse. This thing's dragging. All right, what does that leave Cam at? He's 6 and 5. That's gonna leave him at what, 7 and 7?
Yep, 7 and 7.
All right, let's look at Dalton.
Dalton has, who does he have this week? He plays me this week, who we picked. You guys picked Dalton over
Yep.
me. So that's one for him. Then Dalton versus Josh. I picked Josh over Dalton next week.
Ooh.
And then he plays Ben.
I think I'm picking
I would
Dalton
s-
over Josh next week.
You think?
Me personally. It's just whether he's gonna be 2 and 1 or 1 and 2. Might have to flip for it. Actually, hold up. I'm gonna make a call.
Okay.
Let's see. Which one of the boys are not doing something right now? Let's get an honest opinion here. I'm trying to think who's not at work and who's not at dinner.
Should I call Cam and see if he'll
I
make a
didn't know what he
quick
was
pick?
saying with his lady.
He said he was watching some show.
Oh,
He
okay.
might. He'd probably answer if I just give him a quick call.
Here, I'll give Evan a call and we'll see what happens.
Okay, yeah. See if Evan.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
I just wanted to hear your beautiful voice one more time. I need a huge favor. Do you have a second?
Yeah.
All right, this is like extremely important.
Okay.
I need you to go on your phone and look up week 13 and let me know what you think about Dalton versus Josh. We need a tiebreaker. And like I said, this is
Dalton versus Josh.
extremely important.
Are you on the podcast still?
Yes, we are.
Holy crap! I've been waiting for it to post.
Some of us, had some stuff going on, and
It started late. So
blame
it's not.
Cam.
Caleb Williams, Joshua, playing Philly. I don't feel good about Green Bay versus Detroit.
Okay.
So those are two good defenses. Okay, well, they might cancel each other out. Taylor over McCaffrey.
I
Wilson.
think that's kind of a wash, personally.
Oh, he's playing Cleveland. Well, he's playing
Oh,
Cleveland.
yep, good call.
Yeah.
I mean, JT's playing
I
Houston.
don't feel good about Green Bay's chances, so I don't
Yeah.
think. I mean, hopefully Wilson's not the running back at that point. Not for me. Okay. Pittman, Olave. I don't really know much about Houston.
They're
I don't
good.
know who his running
They're
back
great.
is. I don't know who
On defense.
Dalton's second
Yes.
running back is going to be.
He's got time.
Lamb and Nakua. Like Nakua and that.
Could be Tucker or Spears.
Could be Tucker. It's close. It's close.
It is tight. That's what
Yeah.
we need you for. We need the man, the myth, the legend, the 4 and 1 last week in picks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah, we forgot to say,
Almost 5
but
now.
Evan was 4 and 1 in picks. I was 2 and 3. I was the worst.
Wait, did
Nugs
you-
was 3 and 2. Cam was 4 and 1. So Evan and Cam both 4 and 1 had the same picks. Nugs was 3 and 2.
Yeah, my bad.
I was 2 and 3. I'm obviously you can see I'm 8 and
No, I
7 in picks. Not the greatest.
Oh yeah, sorry, I got mixed up.
All right, what are we thinking? I need your final answer. I need you to lock this in.
Who does Dalton have on his bench to place at running back?
Tajee Spears, or he has Sean Tucker,
Sean Tuck.
who just went off. But Bucky's
But
coming
he's
back.
also
He
Bucky's coming
probably
back.
won't touch the ball again, so it looks like it's Tajee Spears.
I'm leaning towards Dalton.
Okay.
Oh,
That's all I needed.
All right.
Me and
There's
you
the
agreed,
answer.
So. All right.
Uh,
I appreciate your help, young man, and I will talk to you later.
all right, you think that's gonna get posted tonight or tomorrow?
Tonight,
All right.
of course.
So we'll.
Okay.
All right. I'll text you here after a bit.
All
All
right.
right. Bye.
So
All right,
we'll
I
have
agree.
to we'll have to swing that around. So we're saying Josh is 1-2, Dalton's 2-1.
Did you have? Oh, that's right. That's what you did. Okay. So, if I say Josh is 1-2, he finishes 5-9.
Yep.
And then what does that make Dalton if we say he's 2-1? Is that 8-6?
Dalton is currently 6-5, so he would be 8-6. Yep.
All right. Let's look at Ben.
Ben, it might be 3 wins. I haven't really looked. Against Cam, that's a win. Ben against Dave, I'm taking Ben. Ben against Dalton, I'm taking Ben. I think he's 3-0, personally.
For principle, we're gonna say Ben goes 3-0. I think he drops one of those personally. I think it's pretty hard to just win out here. And what does that make him? 8-5?
He would be 9-5.
9-5. Ooh. All right. Oh, what are we looking like?
Everybody picked against me this week, so that's going to be an L in week 12. I think I've got myself over Hunter in week 13, and I think I've got myself over Cam in week 14, so I'm going to say I'm 2-1.
Agreed. What does
Although
that
I do
make
pick myself
you?
this week,
9-5?
but yeah, I would be 9-5. But I wouldn't get the
Majority
bye,
rules,
most
man.
likely.
Majority rules. I don't know. We'll see.
I am 140 points back. No, I lied. I am 180 points back on Ben for points for.
So you literally just have to make sure that you win just as many games as he does for the rest of the year.
Yeah, correct.
And then are we just projecting me 3-0?
Yes, I would just say you're 3-0. I think everybody that we put you against, we said you won. You're beating Yak this week for sure. You're beating Evan. And who's your last week? Doesn't really matter. You're playing Josh. I'm still taking you in that matchup. Yeah. 11-3 is what we'd say. So then if you can like copy all those, then we can reorder.
Yeah, I can literally just underneath
Yeah.
put like our seeds guaranteed.
Most likely Ben would be 2 because he'd have points 4 on me.
Okay, so that's right. So
if we're saying we're both going to end up 9-5, he would be 2. He would get the bye.
He's got the tiebreaker. Dalton would be 4th.
Yep.
5th would be Cam.
Wow.
And then the last playoff spot, who would win the tiebreaker between my father and Grant? It's got to be my dad.
It would be Dave for sure because he's up 135 points in points for, so he'd have the tiebreaker.
Evan, who would be 8? Would it be who has the tiebreaker, Josh or Evan for points for right now?
Evan has it right now by what is that? 70 points ish.
And that leaves Hunter with a generational stinker at 10. So as of
a
right
generational
now,
slide.
Look at that. Look at our top 6 projected right now to make the playoffs is myself, Ben, you, Dalton, Cam, and my dad. That's kind of crazy. I did not expect Cam or my father to be in that bunch, but good for them. I mean, this is just projections. Again, I hope to be proved wrong, but
yeah.
This is a very possible outcome here.
I agree. I think this is very possible. I think we're also counting on Grant to get some wins, which he hasn't been able to do as of late. So, I mean, Grant got what 2 wins for us is what we were thinking. So it's just a lot of things could go wrong. And then we also had those ones that are close between like my team every week that I play. It's will they score me 90 points or will they actually win me the week? And then I think we also had that close one between Dalton and Josh. a lot of things could be evened out a little bit more, but I do think, I mean,
You'd play my dad right now.
yeah, I'd play your dad. Dalton and
That's a
Cam would play.
scary first round matchup on a week-to-week
Oh, yeah.
basis with only a 5-point buffer. You can't be pulling those 118s.
Nope. And then I'd play Ben right after, which I know is like inevitable, but it would be rough.
You need Dalton just to swing up a little bit too. Like, I don't want to play you in the next round. I don't want to play Ben. I would take Dalton, Cam, or my father. I just want my dad just because if I lose to him in the playoffs, though, I would never hear the end of it. Damn, that looks good. I like that. I like the way that plays out too. I don't like
I
getting
think that's
no picks, but
yeah, I think that's very realistic on where things end up, and then I don't know. We'll see where that slides to. Hunter, we're projecting to get no wins, so can he pull off the upset here against Grant this week, against myself next week, or against who does he play in week 14? He plays Grant week 14. He plays you this week. I don't think he's pulling that one off, but maybe the next 2 weeks. So
yeah, I don't see it. I think we're pretty good on picks. Like I felt like, I mean, for the most part, we agreed on everything, and I know our records don't, go to show.
I would say I'm 8 and
Cam's
7
not
with
here.
picks. So yeah, Cam
our
should have been
guy's
doing
not
them.
But I think we're pretty good there. And I'm like thinking what else we need to cover because I think we've taken care of everything. I mean, this is kind of a dead week. I mean, we had like good matches, but trade deadline, there's nothing to really go over.
Yeah. Shador Sanders looked like a turd sandwich for the Cleveland Browns.
What are you talking about, man? He's him. He's next.
He's next, bro. He didn't get first team reps. That's why. That's why.
That's valid.
Jeez, coaching staff, terrible.
Starting to think it's not a quarterback problem.
Yeah. And then the rest, I mean, we'll see. It's just going to be a good luck, pray. There's no more trades until it's over. I think once the playoffs are decided, so let's say whoever gets 1-0 or whoever is last place, if they decide to take the punishment in the 101, the bottom 4 teams can then continue to trade, even if it's within playoff weeks. It just can't be with anybody that's in the top 6. Is that fair, Nugs? The bottom 4 are then open season to do whatever.
Like, are we like trying to implement that for next year?
I just meant for this year. Once the playoffs are decided for the bottom side, they can start trading again. Or do you want to wait until the playoffs are fully over?
As far as that goes, you're right. Again, if they can trade with each other, obviously they just can't do anything with us. Anybody that's still in the dance cannot be making any trades.
Yeah, and same thing. If it ends up getting sent to bracket play, you can't make trades until that bracket play is over.
That's correct.
But
yep, if this is a year where bracket play is going to come into effect for points, I can't make somebody better to make him avoid the punishment.
Yeah, it would be so. Just once your season's over, if your season's over, then you're fine. But anybody that's still going on, you will not be able to trade with. And then, is there a play? Do we play for 5th and 3rd and all that? Yeah, we do.
Everything's decided by points too. If there's any tiebreakers that are in effect, it'll come down to points. But there should be matchups for that.
There is matchups for the 5th and 3rd place.
Yeah.
Do you think? I guess we have the anti-tanking rules, so that would still be in effect. That way, you can't tank for 4th place. You're still trying to win. And also, if you're playing for 3rd, you're playing for $50. So you still want to win. The 5th place, you still want to win. I mean, you're trying. And getting the 6th best pick versus getting the 5th best pick versus the 6th best pick is
not a big deal.
Not a big deal.
Do you want to be in the top half of the league, or do you want to be in the bottom half of the losers? All right, that's what we need to figure out here. You playing for pride.
You want to be. You never want to be in the middle for Dynasty. Is how I feel. You want to be in the top 3 or 4. I'd say maybe top 3 or the bottom 3. You never want to be in 4 through 7. I'll say that's where your team's good enough to compete but it's not good enough to win championships most likely, or you're bad enough that you can compete, but
you
you're
get a bad
you're
pick.
bad enough that you're low, but you're good enough to like stay relevant, and so you're not
Yeah.
really getting those high picks. So I feel like you either need to try to make your team bad, get towards that low spot, and then try to trade and get things going. That way you're towards one of those top ends. But
Yeah.
that's how I feel. But I can say that because I'm in the top 3. It's easy to say it
Yeah,
when
I
you're
was gonna
there.
say it feels good up here. You know, weather's
yeah,
nice.
it's easy to say it
relax.
when you're there. Yeah.
One thing I do want to emphasize though, the toilet bowl, there's some like miscommunication there. Once we figure out whether or not it's going to bracket play or not, there is 2 options that we can do here. There is a consolidation bracket, where everyone plays each other and it's just like a normal winners bracket. Again, we could also have a toilet bowl. Toilet bowl is if you lose your week, you advance, and the goal is to not be the absolute last place player. So again, like if you're in the toilet bowl and you win your week, you are done. Your season is over. You are safe from the punishment. If you lose that week, you will advance in the toilet bowl. So I just want to make sure that's out there so people understand that. Again, there's 2 options. We'll give it up to whoever gets last to dictate how we proceed with picks and such. But yeah, that's looking pretty good there.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I think the choice option is great. I'm glad everybody got to vote in that. And I mean, nothing is set in stone. If we end up not liking it at the end of this year or anything, we can always put it up to vote in the off season and update anything that we don't like. So, just trying to make it as best we can, and we're having a lot of fun with the Nugs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, baby.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this playoff, how this plays off. But I do think these next few weeks are going to be a little bit lackluster for like talking wise on the podcast, other than people dropping out for sure or people clinching. But really,
no,
I think it'll be like
no,
week
no.
13, week 14 is going to be the ones that are fun.
We're going to have a blast. I already have a couple ideas planned about how we're going to do this. I know some of you guys in here aren't big NBA fans, or maybe all of you are, but we might have some sort of gone fishing segment on the podcast to, send off some of the guys that won't be making the playoffs this year. So we'll have some good ideas there. So, but if you don't have anything to add, I think we're all set, man.
I think we're all set. Good luck, gentlemen. Another great week. I'm excited to see where everybody turns out and praying I can get a bye. Not confident. Cam, I hope you lose. That way you can get me a good pick.
Yes, sir. You gentlemen have a good one. All right. Let's pray for some wins this week.